So hello everyone, we are back again with SQL tutorial by ABKCHO and with our new full course on SQL Server. So basically, first of our question is who can benefit from this course? So everyone who has completed their graduation or are pursuing graduation can benefit from this course and join as a SQL Server developer fresher and can easily achieve around 6 to 7 lakh of package annual package in the Indian market. And those who are trying to change their field current field and trying to go in software, so they can also achieve very much from this course, as this is a beginner friendly course and we have told you very basic from the scratch, you can say from very basic course this is. And this is a very beneficial course for mostly freshers and people from different backgrounds trying for SQL development and all. So let's go to the course and check what the content we have. So basically the course content is like that. Like first of all, we will tell you about introduction to the SQL Server. We will check overview of SQL Server, SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS, and SQL Server authentication modes. Now, then after we will check what are database basics like creating and modifying databases, data types in SQL Server, tables, creating tables, altering tables, and deleting tables. Now, then after we will check the constraints like primary key constraint, unique key constraint, not null constraint, foreign key constraint, and default constraint. So you need to be very patient on that part, because this is by interview perspective the constraints are very much asked in the SQL interviews. And now then we have the basic SQL queries like select statement, where clause, order by clause, insert, update, delete statements. And then we are also covered like basic functions like aggregate functions, sum, average, mean, max. And then after we will cover scalar functions, len, upper, lower, and then some of the date functions like get date, data add, date diff. And then the most important concept in SQL like joins. So if you understand joins, that will be very good for your future career also. So in SQL, if you are trying to make your career, then you can't leave this particular section like joins. Joins is the most important part. So here we have the inner join, left join, right join, full join. Now let's start. Before starting the means course, we need to know what is data. So any sort of information that is stored is called data. So basically, like messages, multimedia on WhatsApps that we share, or a chat that we do on text, and contact detail that we keep on our telephones, all these are a set of data. And basically, how means what is a database then? So an organized collection of data is called database. So see, everything is a data, like pictures and all are data, and also the chats are data. But the organized collection of data is called a database, set of organized data. So basically, there are two kinds of databases: relational database and non-relational database. Okay, now we will go and check. Now, what is a database management system then? So a software that is used to easily store access data from the database in a secure way is a database management system. So means where we are storing our databases and securely using data from that database, so that is system is called the database management system. Basically, we are there here we have two types of database management system: relational database management system and non-relational database management system. So relational database management system is a database management system which is designed specifically for relational databases. And relational database organize the data in a form of table, means rows and column concept is here. So what are our relational database existing in the market? So most popular are SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, etc. Okay. Now, non-relational databases. A non-relational database management system is a database management system designed specifically for non-relational databases that stores the data in a non-tabular form. So in non-relational database, that there is no relation between the datas, and that they are not stored in a tabular form. So in relational database, basically we have a relationship between the datas. That's why we can you can see in the image also we have relationship between all of the tables. That is why they are stored in a relationship manner, like table columns, like rows and columns we have here. And in non-relational databases like key value data, document data, graph data, in memory, search engine, these are the non-relational databases. Okay. Now, what is SQL? The most important question is what is SQL? So SQL stands for structured query language, and SQL is used to perform operation on relational database. So extracting data, reading data, and all these are done by using the SQL language. So SQL is a, I mean, kind of structured query language which is used to query the relational database and fetch records from there, insert record into that and all. So SQL is a declarative language, so it is easy to learn. So you can learn easily, my friend, in 1 week if you go consistently with us, because we are going to provide you from basic to advance all the courses we will bring here in this channel. So be with us and go through all of them, and you can learn this easily and achieve a better career in SQL. So SQL provides multiple clauses like commands to perform various operations like create, retrieve, update, and delete data in a database. So as I have told you, like this language is used to create, retrieve data, update data, delete data from the database. Okay. Now go to the next slide. So here we have the SQL commands. So SQL command is an instruction which are used to communicate with the database. These are instructions, means which are used to communicate with database, like what we want to do with our data, like what we want to create something, we want to delete something, we want to extract some record. So for that purpose these commands are used. So it is also used to perform specific tasks, functions, and queries of data. So types of SQL command, what are the, now let's see the types of SQL command. So basically there are five types of SQL commands which are DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, and DQL. So DDL stands for data definition language, and DML stands for data manipulation language, DCL stands for data control language, TCL stands for transaction control language, and DQL stands for data query language. So these are very basic part of SQL, my friend. So you must need to know these from the scratch. If you know from the scratch, then you will become a good developer in future. So that is why we are taking you through the very basic and making you go to advanced level uh, one by one. So see here. So DDL, data definition language commands, are what are the commands which are DDL, like create, drop, alter, truncate, comment, rename are DDL command, data definition language command. So what are DQL commands? So DQL, data query language command. So for querying we use basically select statement is used for querying the database. Now then we have the DML command, data manipulation language command. So those commands which are used for manipulating the data, manipulating like inserting records, updating records, deleting records, locking, merging records. So these are data manipulation language command. Now DCL command, what are DCL command? These are data control language command, means how we can control to whom we can grant our access, and for with whom we will revoke the access, that we can do from the DCL command. Now TCL command, transaction control language, and that is the command. So here we have commit, rollback, save point, and set transaction. Like transaction, if any transaction is going on, then we can commit the transaction. We want to roll back that transaction, we don't want to commit that transaction, so that we will do from the TCL command. So now go to the next slide. Now what we have, so now we have the constraints. So in SQL, constraint are rules applied to tables, columns to ensure the accuracy and integrity of data within the database. So here are the most common types of constraint. Okay, now we will go through the constraint. Before that, let's go to SQL Server and check and create some databases and tables, so that means that creation concept will be clear to you. Then after we will go to the constraint and check the constraints. Okay, so now going to SQL Server. So how to install the Microsoft SQL Server, I have also put a video on that, so you can go to our channel and check that video also. And if you face any problem in that, then you can comment, we will resolve that issue for you. So basically, as I have mentioned previously in my previous video also, so we have a local database server. So SSMS is not the like server itself. So it is a tool which is used for means querying or handling the databases, like graphical user interface, you can say GUI kind of thing, which is used to connect with the server and do your activities. So basically there is a local server that you have on your own computer, and here we are using Windows authentication. So basically we have two kinds of authentication: SQL Server authentication or Windows authentication. So these installation part you will check from the installation video that I have put. Now currently we are using the Windows authentication. So what is the password of our system? That is the password of this also. So now let's connect to this, to our local server. Okay, now go to the local server, and here we have some of the databases that we will not use. We will go and create a database with Scratch. Now first go to the masters, and master is a system database. These are system database: master, model, msdb, tempdb. These are system database. So when I'm going to make the elaborate video, so at that time we will discuss these also. So currently this is a beginner friendly, so means we are not going in depth of that SQL server. So basically we are checking these means course curriculum only. So master model is the means advanced concept. So I will tell you about the system database later on, and on this channel only. So now we have to create a database. So let's create one database for let's take employees. Now what is the command for creating a database? So basically here we will use the command create. For creating anything we will use this command, create command. Okay, create database, database, and then database name. Let's take the database name as employees. Employees. Now create this. Okay, so now when you refresh this database part, then you will see our new database. See, here we have created the employee database. Now go to the employee database and start querying onto that. So now here currently what we have, currently if you expand this, so here you will see the tables, views, and other things like external resources, synonyms, programmability. So here you will find the store procedures, functions, and all. So these things are later on we will cover. Now currently we will cover the tables. So table, if you expand, there are no tables currently, only system tables are available. No user defined tables are there. Okay, so let's start and create one table for us. So employee table we will create. So first of all, create one structure. Like we have a data, like let's take, we have data of employee. So employees data we have. Now we will create a table for employees. Let's create a table first. Then we will, after discussing the constant, I will tell you about the how we are structuring the data and data architecture part also little bit. I will explain to you. Now create one table like employee table. For that also we have the same command: create table, create table, and then table name employee table. So why double es employees table, create table, table name, and then we need to mention the columns, what columns we are going to take in this column, that we need to mention inside between these parentheses with the data types. So basically what are the columns we are going to check? So employee employees table. So we have employee id we have, we can have employee code. So employee id will be our integer. Then we can have employee code, employee code employee code will be varchar. Let's take, because it's a string column, so varchar we will take varchar. Let's take 10. Now we can have employee name. So this will be varchar. Let's take the length to be 50. Then we have employee id, employee code, employee name. Then we have a department for that particular employee. Department. So department will be department ID we will take. Department ID. So this is also integer. Okay, now create this table, department ID, and that is it. That will be enough for now. Then later, after checking the constant, we will create a elaborated table and then check this. So now here we have our table, employee table. Okay, so currently we don't have any record. So for that, we will use the insert query, insert statement for inserting records into that table. Insert into employee table. So let's insert one record like employee ID 1, employee code, mech means mechanical employee. So okay, always be careful that for varchar you need to keep it in a single quote. The data should be in single quote, and integer can be like that only. Okay, without means single quote we can put integer, but for character varchar string data types we need to keep our quotes in keep our means that line in single quote. For date also we need to keep in single quote, and then we have employee name. Like take Ajay, so this should also come under single quote, and then we have department ID. Let's take it 1. So now here you need to check like values, UES values. Like this also you can insert the value, or you can insert like by mentioning the column names also. If let's take you are not mentioning the uh, these values in series, like mechanical, if you mention first and then ID second, like copy this. Like if you are not able to insert like values, if you are giving like this, like mechanical you are giving first, and then ID you are giving means code you are giving first, and then ID you are giving a second. Then for this purpose you need to first mention the like column names for that particular table, so that that value will be inserted properly. Otherwise you will face error for that. So like employee code we are giving first here. So if you are giving employee code like this, and then employee ID, I will show you the error also what you will get if you don't mention this. Now we have the employee name, and then we have the department ID. Okay, okay, okay. So let's insert this record. So as we have mentioned the means inputs in the same order in which our column are there in the table. So that way it will be inserted easily. So one record inserted. Now we will check this record. Okay. So one mechanical edge 1. Okay. Now let's take the example that I have discussed for down. So if you mention the imply code here and then mention the that ID, then if you check, then it will fail. It will fail. What it is telling? It is telling like conversion failed. Let me do it little bigger so that you can. Okay, this is fine. Okay. Hmm. Now, so what error you are getting? Like conversion failed when converting varchar value mech to data type int. Like here, the column name is employee code, and we are passing integer value, so it will throw you error. But what when we mention the column names and then we insert the value in that order, then it will accept that, because we have mentioned which value to be inserted in that. So now if we will take, see, both records are there. Okay. Okay, now let's go to our slide. Then we will check the constant. Then after we will come to the practical. Okay, so as we have discussed constants, so constants are the rule that are applied to the table or column to ensure the accuracy and integrity of the data within the database. Means data in our database, the data is in the tables getting loaded accurate, and the integrity is maintained like that. So these for this purpose means we have the constant. So currently, first of all, we have the constant like not null constant. So not null constant, what it will do? Not null constant will ensure that a column cannot have a null value. So if you put not null constant, then you can't be able to insert null value in your table. Okay. Then after we have at second we have unique constant. So unique constant ensures that all value in a column are unique. So the B means clear about these points, because these points are going to come in the interviews also. So the constant part is also very important part in SQL interviews. So be clear for that also. So unique constant. So a unique constant ensures that all values in a column are unique. Means it will maintain all the values in your tables column. So here means if you are not understanding, this table structure is like columns we have and then we have the rows. So in that, in any column all the values should be unique, but here we have duplicate because we are have not used unique constant. Okay, so if we use the unique constant, then the value must should be unique. You can't be able to put duplicate values on that. And now we have that primary key constant. So primary key constant uniquely identifies each row in a table. Means this will also uniquely identify a unique value. Primary key will also provide the unique value, and in a table you can have only a single primary key. Means multiple primary key is not possible, and a primary key cannot contain null value. Okay, so in primary key you cannot put null values and non-repeated values. You means repeated values also you can't put. Duplicate values you will not put, and you can create a single primary key constant in one table. Okay, now we have a foreign key constant. So foreign key constant ensures the referential integrity of the data in one table by linking to the primary key in another table. So basically foreign keys are used for joining two tables. When we are joining two tables, then foreign key will ensure you that the data in the primary key table means the table with which we are which table we are referencing for joining that particular record. So if you don't understand currently, then you will understand while we do the practical. But for now, means keep in mind that it ensures the referential integrity. Means it will not allow you to put different value other than that which is present in the primary key table. Okay. Now we have the default constant. So default constant provides a default value for a column when none is supplied. Means when you don't supply any value, then by using the default constant you can put any default value on that particular column if no value is provided on that. Okay, so now constant, once we have learned, so let's go to that. First let's go to let's go to the SSMS and check and create a table with the constants. Okay, so for current purpose, if you refresh here, then you find the employee table that we have created is present here now. Okay, now currently we will delete this. We will create new tables with constants. Okay, drop table employee. So for dropping any table or dropping any database, you have the same query like drop table, drop database, drop view, drop procedure name, drop table name. So this statement is same for all. So drop table name. Okay, okay, now command completed. If you refresh the table section, now we don't have any table. Okay, now we will do a means for checking all the constant, we will create a structure kind of thing. So here we will create one employee table, and one table for department, one table for let's take department, and then what we can have like group, group means which group it belong to, like labor category, or manager category, or supervisor category. So we can name it as group is fine, or department employee position table, you can say position table. Okay, position table. Okay, now let's create these three tables quickly, and then we will get. Now with the constants we will create. So I will create a table near you. So first of all we will create. So here what we can have. First of all we will create department table. Okay, because employee is going to reference that table. So from there we will create a foreign key constant for that. So now create table, same statement, create table, table name, department, departments. Okay, now here we have our column. So in department we will have department ID, department ID. Okay, and before doing that, I will tell you about one more concept, like identity column is there. One of the column is one of the concept is like identity column. So if you don't want to explicitly means explicitly insert any value in a in a table, in a column, so we will put it as a identity column. So it must be a means in integer column. Identity column must be integer column. So like here we will keep department ID as integer, and it will be our identity column. So identity also you can put while creating the table like this, identity 1 comma 1. So basically 1 comma 1 is 1 is the seed, and the second one is the increment, means how much increment it will do. So basically we can do this from the graphical user interface also, but I am means showing it on the query basis, so that you will have a good concept on the query and good hold over the query, because from the scratch if you learn, then that will be much better for the future reference also. Okay, so department ID integer, it's a identity column. Now we have a column like department name, department name. So this will be our varchar, string column, varchar. We will take department name by 50 characters max. Okay, now we have a department code. Department code will be also varchar. So it will be varchar 10 character will be much better. Fine, 10 character is enough. Okay. Now let's take uh, 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 okay, that much is fine for this. Department ID, department name, department code. Now we are going to make a primary key constant. So primary key constant, how you will declare in your table with the query help like this. Constant, constraint, give the constraint. So now constraint name. So for primary key we refer by pk underscore departments, and then this is a primary key. Primary key. This is a primary key. So which column we want to keep as primary key? Then you need to mention that column name here. Like department ID we want to keep as primary key. So constant name, type of constant like primary key constant, and on which column we want that constant to be. So department ID is our primary key here. Now a unique key constant we can make. So as we have discussed, unique key will maintain the uniqueness of the column. So now like the same you can create like constant, the constant UK. Unique key we will means we will keep like prefix UK, and then the table name UK for that table name, which is the unique key. Okay, UK. Let's go now the constant name Q unique, and on which column we need to put the unique column. So here unique column will be our department name. Okay, so department name is the unique column. Now you can execute this one. Okay, our table is created. So now if you refresh this, you will find our table. Now go and do select 1000. So currently we don't have any record from here, so we are getting the statement like select top 1000, department ID, department name, department code. And you can also check this particular script from here. Go to that means UI, and check like script table as create to statement and new query editor. So if you open that, you will check the so here you have the script for that create table script. So create table say like this: department ID is our identity column. So we don't need to explicitly provide the value for department ID. Now department name we have varchar 50, department code PK department constant, like primary key constant is our department ID, and UK department unique key constant is our department name. Okay, now let's create other tables also. Okay, so now we need to create the table, like imply table we can create. First we will create all the tables, and then after we will uh, insert the values on that. Create table employee. So okay friends, move to create the imply grade table now. So we have done department, we have created position. In place of position we will create like a grade table. Okay, so grade, then after we will create, at last we will create the employee table, because employee table will have the foreign relationship with this department and grade table. Okay, so I have written the query for that create table. Okay, so let's execute this create table. So see here we have taken grade id. Grade id is the identity column, it's integer column, and grade name, grade code we have taken. So here we, our primary key is the grade id. So same we have similarly as of department we have done like constant, constant name, primary key constant, which type of constant that we need to mention, and then which column is that. So grade id is our primary key. Okay, now similarly like that, unique key constant, constant unique key, and unique, and that grade name. Okay, so grade name. Now we will execute this. So either you can select all and execute this, or you can also directly execute that, that will also work. So we have our grade table created. Now we can check from the select query, like select star from grade. So you can select this particular part and then execute. Otherwise if you click here and then execute, then all the query will be executed. So that is not a good practice. So either you can select it and execute it, or you can open a new tab and then execute that. So here we have the three columns: grade id, grade name, and grade code. Now go quickly and create the employee table also. So employee, for employee table also I have written the script. Now we can fetch this particular. So here what you can see, here we have the employee ID, which is the identity column. Now employee name we have, and then department ID we have, which will be our foreign key, which references the department ID from that department table. Because if you remember, department, in department table department ID is the primary key. So as means foreign key is referencing the primary key of means a different table. So this one will be our primary key table. In this case department will be our primary key table. Okay, so and then grade id. Now grade id is also our primary key table. If you refresh here, then it will come like grade id is also created. So if you go and check, select 100 record, 1000 record. So here also you can see grade id is our primary key. Now both the grade id and department id will be referenced by that employee table. Okay, so here we have put the constant, constant name, primary key. Primary key is our employee id, and constant unique key is our unique uk for unique key we are mentioning prefix as uk, and then the table name unique key, and the which column is the unique key. So employee name is the unique key. Now foreign key, so foreign key what we have mentioned, like constant, constant name, fk employee department id, means fk is the prefix, and then the table name, and then which column is the foreign key. Okay, so constant, constant name, foreign key, which kind of constant, like foreign key constant, and then which column is the department id column. So which column it is referencing, department id is referencing to departments table, department id. Okay, department table we have department id this. Now similarly I will write the query for that and show it to you for constant, constant like fk employee, and copy paste this fk employee grade id. Grade id is referencing the grade id from grades table. Okay, so grade, and then foreign key constant name, and then type foreign key, foreign key, type of the constant, and then which column is that. So grade id is our foreign key, and now references, which table it will be referencing. References, references grades table, yes, grades table, grade id, d grade id. Okay, now we will execute this particular for creating. If this particular is open, means the result bar is open, then you can click Control R to means close that. Okay, so now no need to select, we can directly, because this query is the only query here, so we can directly execute here. Okay, now command completed successfully. Now we have our employee table also created. Now let's do a select star here. Select star from employee table. So here we have what? Employee id, employee name, department id, now grade id. Okay, now we will insert some values here. So I have written the insert query, so we can do it quickly. Now Control A, back shift, and then put this insert into department, like similarly we have done before. If you remember that first we have created the employee table, there we have inserted value. So similarly we are doing like, but here, see here in this case, we have that department ID as the ID column, at the identity column. So we don't need to explicitly pass the value for that department ID. It will take its auto increment value, and we have auto increment, how we have given seed 1 and increment by 1. So 1 value it will be incremented each time. And if we have given start from 500, seed 500, and then increment it by 1000, then it will be incremented by thousand, like first value will be 500, then second value will be 1500, and then so on. Okay, so identity column is like that now, but currently we have given 1 comma 1, so it will be incremented 1 value each time. Now basically 3 records we are going to insert into multiple records. You can insert by providing like this comma separated, and then providing the for department name we have given the value, and then department code we have given the value. Now execute this. Okay, 3 records inserted. Now put a select query here and check the records. Select star from departments. So what we are getting? So see, department value is auto generated because it's a identity column, and the increment is by 1 1 2 3. Okay, so now mechanical, electrical, civil, and mech, department code mech and all. Okay, now go to generate the grades table. These tables we need to means populate first, because employee table is referencing both of them. So because without means populating these table, if we go and insert value in the employee table, then what will happen, I will show you first, and then we'll insert the grade table. Okay, so if you go there, Control A, back shift, and Control R, then paste it. So now here we have that employee name, department ID, and grade ID. Okay, so now if we will insert the value now, then it will show the error, like insert statement conflict with the foreign key constant. So that is the work of the constant. If the value is not available in the primary key table, then it will not insert into the foreign key table. Okay, so that it will maintain the referential integrity of the data, that which table it is referencing. If that has the value, then only this will capture that particular value, or else it will not insert that value in that table, in the foreign key table. Okay, so first of all we need to insert the value in grades table. So here I have written the query for that insert also. So first we will remove this, or we can keep this and also put it, press Ctrl R. Now grade, for grade we have these 3 columns. Now select it, city, select star from grades. So what columns we have here? So we have grade ID, grade name, and grade code. Okay, so grade ID is our identity column, so it will be auto incremented. No need to explicitly put the value. And then we have the grade name and grade code. So grade name and grade code we have provided. Now insert the value in that. So three records here also inserted. Now when we go and do the select star, now we are getting our values 1, 2, 3 auto incremented, and this grade name and grade code. Okay, backspace, remove this. Now when we insert the value in employee table, then it will be inserted easily. First check the table, what are the columns it has. Select a star from employees table. So it has employee ID, employee name, department ID, and and grade ID. Okay, so employee ID is our auto incremented column, means identity column. So no need to explicitly provide the value. Now we will provide this one is the employee name, department ID, and grade ID. Okay, so if you try to insert this value first. Okay, now check all of three tables. First check the employee table if the values are inserted or not. So yes, all the values are inserted. Okay, so employee ID is started from 2, because first time we have done the means insert try, but it has not worked because of that foreign key length. Foreign key means referential integrity not matched, but it has generated the identity column. So that is the reason why it is not populating one. So we will go in depth in means later videos, not here. Means just here we will keep it as basic. That one are a little bit advanced concepts. So after this video, we will go on the other video. There we will explain that concepts and all. Okay. So first of all, now go and check all our table. Select star from department, departments, departments, and also write that city. Select star from grades. Okay, so if we will execute all the three in one go, then all the three will provide us the result C. Okay, so here we have the employee table, then we have the department table, and then we have the grade table in the same order. Okay, now this is clear, constraints are clear. Now let's go to the PPT. We will check what is the next. So now we have, after the constraint, we have the SQL clause. So select clause, as we have already seen that the select clause in SQL Server is used to retrieve data from one or more tables. So one or more table, it is like that. If we join the other table, then it will provide the join concept. We will learn at the end. So you will get the idea of that. So currently we have get the idea of retrieving the data from the select statement. So it is one of the fundamental SQL command for querying the database. So select statement is used for querying the database. Now we will see where clause. So the where clause in SQL Server is used to filter record that meet a specific condition. Okay, so which meets a specific condition. It is commonly used to restrict or filter the number of rows returned by a query. Okay, so now let's go to that SSMS. Now here we have employee table. Okay, open a new query. From new query you can open from here also, one new query, and if you click at the database name and right click here, and then here also you will get a new query. So from here also you can open, and from here also you can open new query in SSMS. So in between I will provide the details on SSMS also, uses of SSMS, so that you will be means quickly getting hands on that SSMS also, SQL Server Management Studio. Now paste this, select star from employee. Now currently what star is providing all the records, so all records we are getting. Now what if we want to get only those records which have grade ID as 1? Okay, so we have here five total 5 records. Now we want those records. So where clause is used to filter the record based on a specific condition. So now use where grade ID, grade ID. So SQL Server is not a case sensitive language. So you can either write in caps or you can write in small. Both will work. Okay, so where grade ID is equals to 1. Now execute this. Now see, you are getting only the filter records, those records which have the grade ID as 1. Okay, So that is fine, that is clear. Now we will go to order clause. So order by clause. The order by clause in SQL Server is used to sort the result set of a query by one or more columns. Okay. So the order by clause is telling that it will sort your records based on one or more columns. Sorting means either ascending sort can be done in ascending or descending order. So both. So ascending is by default and descending we need to put like DESC we need to mention. So go to that SSMS, then we will check this. Okay. So now if you see our employee table, select star from here. So see the names AR, insert some record that have little different value. Okay, like names. Okay, so here also you can see like AR is coming, then M. So if you want to sort our records based on that employee name, so see the records are already ordered by primary key column, will always be in the primary key order of the primary key column. But if you want to order it by different columns also, like say if you want to order by employee name, so then we can do by using order by clause. Okay, so now we can put here order by, select a star from this, and order by employee name, employee name column. Okay, so by default it's ascending, or you can mention explicitly also ASC. ASC if you mention, then it will be also means sorted ascendingly. So see, Mohan came after Anuj, and then Ram, Riya, Rohan. Okay, so employee name it is ascending order. And either if you don't even mention, just mention order by employee name, then it will also take by default ascending. And if you want to do it descending, means order by descending order, then you need to explicitly put the value like DESC. You need to mention like we want to order the employee name by descending order. Okay, so see here. Now Rohan is coming first, Riya, Ram, Mohan. Okay, make it little big, I guess. It will be much better for you. 200% also we can. That is fine. Okay, now. So see your records are like this. It will be seen like this. Okay, ordered descendingly by employee name. Now control R. Now let's go to our PPT. What is next after order by clause? What we have? Hmm. After order by clause, we have the insert statement. So insert statement already we have seen how we are inserting the value. So basically, we will check the definition of that. The insert statement in SQL Server is used to add new rows in the of the data to a table. New rows, if we want to add, then we will use insert statement. So basically, the syntax of insert statement you have already seen, like insert into table name, and then column name also we can mention, or otherwise we don't need to mention the column name if we are providing the correct order of the values in the same order which the table has. If we will mention the values in the same order, then we don't need to mention the column name, or else we can also mention the column name if we are not putting the values in uh, means proper order, or like this also we can mention. That is not a major thing. Okay, now we will check that update statement. The update statement in SQL Server is used to modify existing data in a table. Okay, so if you want to update a record in any table, then we need to use the update statement. So what is the syntax of update statement? Update table, update table name, update table name. Here we are not mentioning like update table. Update directly the table name, and then update table name, then set column 1 equals to what value, and then column 2 equals to what value, means column and what value we want to change, and then column 2 what value we want to change. And we can also put the condition with the update statement, where the condition otherwise means whole record for that particular column will be updated if you don't put the condition. So condition is must. or if you want to update the whole record in the column, then you don't need to mention any condition. Okay, otherwise if you want some specific records to be updated, then you need to put the where clause. Now come to the SSMS. Here we will check the update statement. Okay, now execute the employee table. Okay, now if you want to update like employee ID 3 with different name and employee ID 2 with different name, then we can update like this. Put the update statement. Update, update table, update table, set employee name, set employee control R, press control R, set employee name, set employee name equals to like Mohan we want to do, Manoj we want to do for Anuj. Okay, and always put the string value in single quote. That is means that is a must. Okay, make it little small. Employee name equal to Manoj. Okay, Manoj, and we will also put our where condition because we don't. If we do like this, then all our record that I will also show. That I will also show. First of all, we will means do like this. Where employee ID, employee ID equals to 2. Okay. So currently we have Anuj as employee ID 2. Now we will have Manoj. So one record updated. Now when we do the select star. So at employee ID 2, now we have the Manoj. Okay. Okay. So this is the update statement, and many other in where clause you can mention other things also. So that is fine, but it is mandatory. Otherwise, what we will see if you don't put the where clause. Let's comment this for. So for commenting, we just need to put 2 slash, then it will be commented in SQL Server for one line, single line comment. For multi-line comment, what we need to do, that I will also tell you. Copy this, paste this, and this for multi-line comment, you need to put backslash asterisk and then asterisk backslash. So this will comment your, this will be your multi-line comment, control X and then control V. So this will not affect your query. Now if you do the complete update, so see, it will not update because there is a violation of unique key constant. Okay, so that is the you are means getting what is the must use of constraints. Okay, so here the violation of unique key constant, by using the constant you will not allow anyone to insert a means bad value in that. So that from this you can get the idea of what are the use of the constant. So here it is throwing that violation of unique key because we have put employee name as unique key. So employee name must be unique in our table. So that is why it is not allowing you to update the all record to Manoj. Okay. So yes. So update query we get it. Okay now. Now let's go to the PPT. What is here now? Now delete statement. So the delete statement in SQL Server is used to remove one or more row from a table. Okay. So delete statement is used to delete the records. So delete statement is used to delete the record. So what is the means syntax of that? Like delete from table name and then where condition. So here also we will put the where condition. Otherwise we will delete all our records. So that is also a must. Okay. Now let's go to the SQL Server Management Studio and now clear first. Clear all of this. Just keep this select statement and then clear all of this because these are all done. And if you need the codes, then you can also comment. I will provide the code PDF on the comment also. Okay, or you can, I will let you know about the means codes. If you want the code, let me know. Okay now, so select star for employees. Now let's take, we want to delete RIA record. So what we need to do, delete, delete, delete from table name, then where employee name equals to employee name equals to RIA. So where clause is a must, as I have told you, otherwise we will delete all our records. Okay, so delete from employee table where employee name is RIA. Let's execute this code. Okay, one record affected, one row affected. So now if you go and check, so see, RIA record is not more. Okay, so this is the use of delete clause. Now let's go to the PPT. Now we will check what is pending. Hmm. Now let's come to aggregate function. So aggregate function, for aggregate function we need to create some more tables. Okay, so I have already written the scripts. We'll create the table and insert some values, and then we will practice the aggregate function at the SQL Server Management Studio. Huh. So let's go to SQL Server Management Studio. So here what we have done, here we have just added one more column, like employee salary column, so that we can do the calculation on top of that particular column and put some values for that, and that is it. So we can now recreate this table. We have dropped that table and recreated this with the employee salary column, and now insert the value for salary also. Now check first if the column is created. So if you are checking this, I have put go. So go is the statement, like ending part. Either you can provide semicolon, or you can provide go in case of SQL Server. Okay, so first check the value what we have created, the table star from employees table. So now here we have, select this particular part only and then execute. So now we have employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee department ID, and then grade ID. Okay, so now we will insert this particular values here in employee table. Now then again select star from here. Okay, okay, so let's open a new query and put this particular query. Now let's take the aggregate functions one by one. So what we have, sum. The sum function in SQL Server is an aggregate function that calculates the total sum of a numerical column. Total sum of a numerical column. Basically, aggregate functions are only applied on that numerical columns only. On a string column, you cannot apply aggregate function. That is obvious. Okay, so be clear for that also. These are sometimes also asked in interviews to means roll your mind. So be clear on that. That numerical column aggregate functions are applied only on the numerical columns. Okay. Now let's move ahead. It is often used with the group by clause to provide sums for groups of rows. Okay, so we are not going to explain the group by clause in this particular video. So for that we have created a separate video. We will create a separate video, and then there we will explain, because that group by condition is also a kind of means advanced concept. It will come medium level, it will come. So as this particular is only for basics, so we will not go in that much depth, but I will show you how to apply group by also. Okay, now let's take sum. For sum, we have the numerical column here with employee. Now if you want to do the sum of all the like employee salary, instead of putting select star, we can also put the column names also. That will be much better for our use currently. So refresh this particular table and then select top 1000 and remove this particular top 1000. So here is the list of our columns also. Okay, now we just need to perform what is the total salary that all employees are making. So we can do select, select sum of all the employees salary from our employee table. So basically if you see from the means GUI, it will generate the fully qualified name of the table. So this is the fully qualified name of the table. What it is showing, here is the table name, employee table name, and this is the schema name. Okay, and this is the database name. So employee database, DBO is the schema. So basically schema is that part which contains the metadata of all the tables and all the database objects. So basically tables, views, store procs, functions, all are also called in together, they are called as database objects. Okay, so this is the fully qualified name of the table. And what we are mentioning, we are just mentioning the means if you are in that particular server, then you can mention the only single the name of the table also, that will work. But if you are working in a different database, means if you are executing this particular query in different database, then you need to provide the fully qualified name, like which database, which schema, and which table. Okay, so now let's check the sum. So if you do select sum employee salary from employee.dbo.employees, so total sum is 29,000. Okay, so now group by concept, if we apply group by, then we can check. If you want to check means like employees by what is the salary. Okay, so if you go sum of the salary, so for that we need to create a different table. So we can leave that particular for now. Just keep in understand that sum is means calculating the whole sum of the particular numerical column. Okay, group by we will cover in our next video, so that will also come very soon. Don't worry about that. So sum will provide you the total sum of that. Now you can see here in the result there is no column name showing, no column name. So for this we need to, if we are performing that sum and all these aggregate functions are system functions. Okay, so if we are performing any function or something on the top of our columns, then we need to provide an alias for that particular column. Means after doing the sum, what will be the name of that particular column. So as we can mention, for providing the alias, you can tell as. Okay, so these concepts also we will discuss in the next video only, the alias concept and all. So that will be a much means bigger section, and that will be more in-depth section will be there. So yes, okay. So see this employee salary. Now we are getting the name of the column also. So also subscribe the channel for being a part of that, so that you will get means more and more every day, and you will learn more and more, as means practicing more and more will make you much perfect. Okay, so SQL is not a thing that you can learn in 2 hour 3 hour video. So it is a means whole about what you are practicing and how much in depth you are going through. Okay, so this is just a basic knowledge. So once you get the basic knowledge, we will proceed means slowly, and in 3 4 months we will achieve means a great pace on that, and we will master the SQL. Okay, now we have the average function. The average function is a SQL server, is an aggregate function that calculates the average value of the numerical column. Means what is the average value? Average means total sum of total by total number. Okay, so by applying the average in that query only, we will apply the average and check what will be the average salary of all the employee. Okay, AVG average. So first check how many employees we have. So basically we have 5 employees in total, and we have their salaries. So the sum of their salary is 29,000. One second, copy this. We will keep that sum also and average also, so that we can be able to differentiate all of them, and we will divide them, do the partition by, end the statement by go. Okay, so now sum, what is the sum we are getting? So sum we are getting 29,000. Now what is the average? Total number of employees are 5. Now we can check the average. 29,000 by 5, 5,800. So here we have our average also. Okay, so that is also clear. Average will provide you the average of that numerical column, and sum will provide the total sum of that numerical column. Then we have min, and then we have min. The min function in SQL Server is an aggregate function that returns the smallest value in the set of values. Okay, so if we want to check what is the smallest value in this particular means in the employee salary, so what is the smallest salary? So similarly we can do like this and paste it down. We can check the minimum value. Okay, so like this also you can mention a lot of queries and means execute in one tab only, but you need to be cautious that you are selecting the exact query which you need to execute at that time only. So don't execute the whole page, otherwise the whole page will be executed, and if you have any insert or update query, then it will means make a big problem to you. So always select that much code that you are going to execute. Okay, so just put select mean employee salary as employee salary from employees. So what is the minimum salary in the employees table? So it's 1000. Okay, so from here also you can check, go and do the select star. So what salary is the minimum? Minimum is 1000. Okay, so min is providing the smallest value in that particular column on which we are performing that aggregate. Now let's go to PPT. Now we have the max function. So the max function in SQL Server is an aggregate function that returns the largest value in a set of values. Largest value. So for means lowest, smallest value we are doing min. For largest value we need to do the max. Okay, so we will check this also here. We will go to put go create the same query, and then instead of min we will mention max. So we will check what is the maximum salary in the employee table. So execute this. This is showing 9000. Okay, so let's check our table also one time. So here we have 9000 as the maximum salary. Okay, so it is clear. Min is providing the smallest value and max is providing the largest value, and sum is doing the sum for all the means numerical values, and average is providing the average. Okay, so this is clear. So now go to the next slide. Okay, so now here we have joins. So let's check the joins. Okay, so what are join? A join clause is used to combine rows from two or more tables based on a related column between them. Okay, so we also have a dedicated video on joins on our channel that you can check. There we have also explained according to the interview perspective also. So there you will get a elaborated concept of join, and that is a must. Join is always asked in. Without join, no SQL interview is there. Means I have given a lot of interviews till now. So in all interviews, even one or two question will be on join is a must. Okay, so join concept you need to clear very means you need to have a good concept on joins. So we have a dedicated video on our channel that you can see. So you can go to our channel and also see that. One second, I will show it to you. So you can go to YouTube and search for our channel, which is ABKCHO SQL tutorial ABKCHO SQL tutorial ABKCHO. So here you can go. Now see, this is our channel, and here we have a dedicated video on joins. So from this this is a dedicated 20 minutes video on joins only, so you can check this video and get a clear concept on join. And here also in this video also we will get a means partial idea on that. So basically what are joins? So joins are the join clause is used to combine rows from two or more tables. To combine two or more table we need to use joins based on a related column, means there must be a related column in all of them so that we can join them. Okay, so now go to types of join. So basically there are five types of join in use. So one is inner join. Inner join is also called the self join. This is the self join only. Now we have the left join or left outer join. This is also called the left outer join, but this, both are same thing. Left join and left outer join both are the same thing. Now we have the right join and right outer join. So these both are also same thing, only right join. Now we have full join and full outer join. So both are same thing. And at last we have the cross join. Okay. Now, what are inner join? So, inner join basically inner join combines record from two tables whenever there are matching values in a field common to both of them. Means field and columns are both same things. Okay, so inner join basically combine the records based on the means matching column, based on the matching column in both of the table. If the records are matching, only the means record which are matching, that result it will provide. So from the diagram also it is clear, like table A table B is there. So the common record between both of the table, that is provided by inner join. Okay, and now we have left join or left outer join. So the left join keyword, the left join will return all records from the left table and the matching records from the right table. Okay, so the result is zero record from the right side if there is no matching record. Okay, so get it that na. So inner join will provide all the records from the left side table. So here we have one table as we are considering one table as the left table and one table as the right table. Okay, so it will provide all record from the left table, left join, and the matching record from the right table, only the matching record from the right table. And if there are no matching record in the right table, then there will no record for right table will come. Only left table records will be shown. Okay, so this is clear. Now go to other tab. So here the right join. So similarly, as left join will provide the all the records from left table and matching records from right table. So similarly, the right join will also perform. Right join command returns all rows from the right table and the matching record from the left table. Okay, the result is null from the left side when there is no matching record. That is clear. Like it will provide all the records from the right table and the matching only the matching record from the left table. And if there is no record matching with the, matching in the left table from right table, then the left table will come null and only the means right table records will come in right join case. And now we have the full join. So basically the full join basically returns all records from the left table and also the right table, means all record it will return. Full join will return all the record from both the tables, left table and right table also. Okay, either it is matching or not matching, that will not affect that. It will return all the records, even the matching records and non-matching record from both the tables, both left and right tables. Okay, and now we have the cross join. So cross join, basically cross join are used to combine each rows of one table with each rows of another table and returns the Cartesian product of the sets of rows from the tables that are joined. So this is clear, like means cross join will do nothing. It will provide means Cartesian product. If you have three records in left table and four records in right table, then each record from the left table will be joined with each record from the right table. Means it will provide 4 into 3, 12 records as the output. Okay, so practical session for that join we will perform in the later video. So here we will end this video here only, and keep watching our videos and like, share and subscribe our channel, friends, so that you can get more and more good product, and you will become a master in SQL Server, so that you can fetch a good job in future. And by doing that, thank you very much. And this is our channel. And if you want any online training courses and all, so for this you can also contact our means institution number, which is this one. So thank you so much, and keep watching our video, like, share and subscribe, and also add comments for your queries. So any query if you have regarding to that course, and other than also if you have any query in SQL, you can comment us. We will provide you, we will try to provide you as much as help we can do. Okay, and job related also, if you have any queries, like how you can pursue in SQL Server interviews and how you can means fetch a good package job, so for that purpose also you can comment us. We will connect with you and provide you the detail on that. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you.